What's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a 2-for-1. We're going to do Real Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives LA reunion all in one video because, in my opinion, neither one was worth doing a video by themselves. So let's get to it, shall we? So Shereé is evidently making some money. I mean, not Donald Trump money, but she's doing well enough to be able to purchase her a home and have it built from the ground up in a really nice neighborhood in Atlanta. I was trying to figure out exactly where it was, but I don't know. But yeah, the show opens with her talking to her builder, and they're tearing down. I guess she bought the land, and they're tearing down the house that's there already. And she's just talking to her builder, and he's telling her all the steps and how long it's going to take. It's going to be basically 8 months, about an 8,000 square foot home. So good for Shereé. She meets with Kim later on in the show to tell her about her house and how she's building it. And Kim was just like, ooh, good luck. Building a house is a headache. And but, you know, they both agree that neither one of them can live in a house that somebody else has lived in. And I was like, must be nice. My house that I bought in Los Angeles was built in 1932, I think it was, and I bought the house in 2000. And then the house that we bought here in Atlanta, now we did build that house, but you know, it was a subdivision model home, kind of track home, not track home, but you know, you just pick from the model, so it's not really us really picking out the floor plans and all of that. Well, sort of to a degree, but still not the same thing. Not too much with Nene. You know, her son Brent is trying to get adjusted to the whole fact that Nene and Greg are separated, and you know, Nene's just trying to explain to him that this is how it has to be for right now. But you know, your dad loves you, I love you, you know, just the basic separation speech that the parents got to give to the kids. And then Greg comes to the house to pick up Brent, and Greg is looking very father-like. I never understood how him and Nene were together anyway. He just seemed so much older and old-fashioned and just so much way behind her. But anyway, he gets there and, you know, they're talking about the separation. Nene asks him if he's dating and he says no. And then when he asks her, she says it's not important. That was kind of playing games to me. First of all, you guys, who knew that Cynthia's baby daddy was Leon? Season they ain't never brought out. I mean, they never really talked about the little girl, but I was so shocked to see Leon, y'all. David Ruffin from The Temptations, Russell from Waiting to Exhale is her baby daddy, Leon. You know you a bad sucker when you just known by one name. You know, you got Beyonce, Rihanna, Leon. Anyway, Leon comes over because he's coming to have dinner with his daughter and Cynthia and her husband, and Leon just, every time I say Leon, I want to laugh. Leon. Leon comes and while he's there, he's talking to them about the marriage and about the whole wedding fiasco. Remember, Cynthia's mom and sister are not really fond of Peter. And Cynthia was having so many back and forth issues about whether or not she was doing the right thing with this wedding. And to me, when you get married, you are supposed to not feel like that. Like the day of your wedding, you're supposed to be excited, pumped. It shouldn't be nothing like that should come in between how you feel and how the day is progressing. So I could kind of understand how her parents, her mother felt, but at the same time, I could also understand how pissed Peter is about it. I would be pissed about it too, because, you know, they were interfering on a very big day. Anyway, Leon tells Peter not to let himself get involved in that. You know, Cynthia's very close to her mom and her sister and her family in general, and it's just best to let her handle it. And I feel the same way because, you know, it wasn't like Cynthia was taking up for her family. She's very upset about what they did, the same way that Peter was. And, you know, he should just let her handle it and know that his wife has his back. You know, just don't get involved, and especially Peter, because y'all know Peter is a little bit of an asshole. Phaedra and Apollo are sitting at breakfast talking, and Apollo is just a little bit uptight. And we come to find out that evidently a few days before this taping that Apollo had been arrested. He actually was pulled over by the police and was being manhandled on the side of the road. So whoever was passing by saw it and called Phaedra at her office and told her, your man is being beat up by the police on the side of the road. So, you know, you get that kind of call. You're like, what the hell is going on here? So you know, she jumps on the phone, tries to get in touch with Apollo, and when she reaches him on his cell phone, he tells her everything is fine, nothing's going on. And I thought that that was fishy. How you gonna tell your wife, who's a big lawyer in Atlanta, who can basically help you in this situation, who we all know that you just recently got out of jail and seems like you would want some lawyerly advice, why would you not tell your wife what was going on? And then it's your wife, okay? So yeah, you probably need to say what the problem is. He gonna tell her he wanted to find out what the problem was first before he let her know what it was. And I was just like, that ain't sounding right, Apollo. You lucky I like you. Phaedra seems a little bit suspicious about it, but she lets it go, because y'all know that Phaedra is the queen of playing dumb and acting clueless. I mean, y'all remember the whole situation with the baby. She didn't know when the baby was conceived. She didn't know how far along she was in her pregnancy. She didn't know when she was due. She didn't know how many weeks she was. Later on in the episode, her and Candy go out to get Kim's baby shower gift, and Candy brings it up. Like, oh, I heard about your man getting pulled over by the police. And, you know, Phaedra is just sort of like, I don't want to talk about it no more. And I don't know why Phaedra is... actually, I do know, because y'all remember she didn't know when the baby was due. And Candy leaves it alone. She's just like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And then they bring up the article that Peter does in Uptown Magazine. So Uptown Magazine is a magazine, I don't even know if it's nationwide, but it's here in Atlanta. I know that it was sort of in conjunction with Uptown Restaurant, which was Peter's restaurant, and this is probably how he got the interview. But Peter does an interview in Uptown Magazine, and he basically talks really bad about all the girls on the show, with the exception of Candy. And, you know, Candy's just telling Phaedra that he probably said some of those things about you because, you know, you kind of hit him below the belt when you said you didn't want no man with a whole bunch of kids, you know, as your baby's dad. And y'all, I remember that episode, and I was offended for Peter when she said it because it seemed like it was a jab. But we also know that Phaedra just kind of talks and says shit out the side of her neck and does things that, you know, it's hard to gauge. Like, I mean, Phaedra's smart, so I know she knew what she was doing when she said that. So yeah, I can understand why he was mad, but it's still, you know, like Shereé said, like, what man goes and talks about his wife's friends like that in a magazine? It's just quite a bit of bitch assness, if you ask me. Fast forward to the baby shower, and the shower is beautiful. The shower is, y'all, Kim has money. I don't really still know why if Big Papa's not in the picture, but the girl has money. She knows how to give a party. They give a baby shower that looks like a wet. And you know, when Phaedra gets there, Phaedra's just like, oh wow, look at how beautiful everything is, and look at the decorations, and look at how extravagant everything is. Look at all of the things that you've done here. Wow, this is really something. This is almost like my baby shower. No, Phaedra, this is nothing like your baby shower. The line is not too fine between ghetto and classy. There is actually a very large line. It's actually a real large drift like this. And you are way on the other side of classy. That baby shower you gave last year was some bullshit, and you know it, with the damn new birth praise dance team at the shower. And the shower is beautiful. You know, everybody is feeling the love between Kim and Croy. The kids give their toast. You know, the kids look happy. Kim looks happy. Croy looks happy. Everybody's happy. It's love and happiness all throughout the night. Cynthia and Peter obviously took the times on the invitation to heart, and the time must have been from 1:30 till 7 o'clock. And here come Peter and Cynthia come strolling up in there at 6:45 because, you know, they made the cutoff. They get to the shower 5 hours late. 5 hours late, you guys. They ain't got a gift. You know, everybody's sharp though. Cynthia beautiful, you know, he all decked out. They get to this table, and I just really don't know what they thought was going to happen. You just did an article in a magazine. You talked about everybody that's sitting at the table with you, and then you really think that you're going to be able to just sit at this table and be okay? To me, Peter knew what he was walking into, and that he wanted the confrontation that he got. Soon as he gets there, he says something to Lawrence about, Lawrence, do you have on pumps? And I guess it was to make him uncomfortable. It was very, very rude. We all know Lawrence wears women's clothes. Yeah, it gets on my nerves too, but that's what he wears. It's not the first time that Peter saw it. And Lawrence didn't do nothing to Peter. It was like him picking on the gay, the helpless gay guy. But you know what? Lawrence is kind of thick. Lawrence looked like he might have had some shit waiting for Peter had he got a little, jaunty with it. That made me irritated right away. Then he, Phaedra brings up the article. And she shouldn't have said it. Yeah, we know that. But, Phaedra, like I said, says shit, whatever she feels like saying. So she brings up the article and it is just downhill from there. So... Shereé is like, I know I'm fine. And Peter was like, oh, you know that for a fact? And I was like, damn. And then he starts with Phaedra. They start going back and forth. And, any man who is a man, who's married, who has a wife, who loves his wife, or even has respect for his wife, is not going to let any other man come talking crazy to his wife. And I don't really care if the wife is wrong. You sitting there... Peter is sitting there next to Apollo and he's arguing back and forth with Apollo's wife with Apollo in the middle. And was Apollo not really supposed to say something to him? I thought Peter was tripping. You just got to know that men are not going to let you sit there and talk about their wife. Okay, so Apollo jumps in. Peter, who evidently didn't feel like Apollo was going to do anything to him, just really started taunting Apollo. Like, what, what, you ain't got nothing to say? What you got to say about what you going to do? What you going to do? Just really making a scene. We were at a baby shower. It's white folks. I'm sorry to take it there, but this is what it is. Y'all the niggas at the table, everybody at the damn shower white. We got folks from Montana up in there and y'all going to cut the fool up like this. Apollo... Now, y'all know I don't like fights, but I really wanted him to hit Peter. I wanted him to hit Peter right in his cross-ass mouth because I thought he was very rude. I thought that he wanted what he got. He wanted it. And I'm telling you how to put my money on Apollo any day not because he been in jail or nothing like that, but he had that look on his face like, nigga, I will fuck you up. And then Cynthia just, she irks me. I know that we as women cannot control our men, our husbands, or whatever. If they really are men, they're not controllable that way. But come on, Cynthia, have some fucking sense. You gonna bring your man to this situation? You just should have known. Y'all should have just stayed home. Coming 5 minutes before the damn shower was over, you really should not have even come. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was a waste of the hour that I sat there and watched it. And you guys know I don't like doing reunions. I think reunions are a waste of time. I don't know why they do reunions. Reunions is just showing what happened throughout the whole season. So we're going to just talk about the generalities because we've already seen all of the stuff already happen and we already know how it happens. So, everybody's look, I think... for the most part, everybody looked nice. I think Gloria looks the best that I had ever seen her look in my entire time seeing her on TV. She looked beautiful. Her hair was beautiful. She looked nice in her clothes. Makeup was right. She looked good. Drea was cute, nothing exciting there. She looked nice. Her hair was done nice and everything. Imani and Laura are both victims of the I lost all this weight, so now I'm going to wear some shit that's 25 times tighter than any other normal dress around. And I ain't mad. They look nice. They lost weight and you can tell, but the dresses are almost obscenely tight. Like, they both are very busty, and the way Laura's dress was ruched in the front, I couldn't never tell if that was going to be a great big nip or what, but my eye kept going to that, and I kept saying her nipples are out, and then I was like, oh no, that's the little stitching. Imani must have had some kind of shields on, because y'all know she got them big old thumb nipples. Malaysia, now y'all, I don't know if she had went and got her couture outfit from somewhere. I just really don't know that. I'd have to talk to my girlfriend Val and really give me the pointers on what that was that she had on. But what I do know is the shit was not cute. It was a coppery, papery, strange type of material. Just a whole bunch of horribleness that she should not have decided to wear. And then her hair. I'm telling you, she had about 6 bags of hair on her head. It had to be about 6, 7 bags, y'all. I know her head was tired holding up all that hair. And then y'all, Jackie with the back fat. Now, you guys know I said last week or a few weeks ago that Jackie is not fat. And Jackie is not fat. However, Jackie is not in shape and she has a problem middle area, like a lot of us do. What people don't seem to understand is when you got a big middle and you put on something tight, then the bigness got to go somewhere. It don't just get smushed into the middle. It's gonna either come up out the top or it's gonna get pushed down underneath the bottom. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's coming out the top. So that's what Jackie's problem was. She had all that damn fat coming out over the sides of her dress right here on the side, and it just hung over. I was like, oh no, Jackie. Every time she raised her arm and was yelling at somebody, all you could see was all the fat. I was like, oh, it was so discouraging. It was just, I felt bad for her. I was like, Jackie, you look like you gonna fly away or something. Girl, put them arms down. Gloria had then got a hold of some courage. That's all I can say. She is feeling herself. She's got, their attitude is just like, you know what, I'm doing really well right now and I'm gonna capitalize on it. Imani had a good bit of sense, and on any normal day I would like Imani, but I still don't like her. I don't buy what she's selling, because anybody that could call somebody worthless can come up with those words and they hadn't even done anything personally to you, then it's just absolutely, I don't like Imani. The show is filmed after the people on the show have been able to know what the reaction of the viewers are, and so Imani has to know that she's not a favorite, so you know, she decides to come on the show with some damn sense, and I'm just not buying it. You meant, when you said Drea was worthless, you meant that shit. And I ain't never liked Imani ever since then. Laura looked like she just like whatever. I think Laura just glad that she back with Gilbert and her millions of dollars and her money and her house and all that. She just looked like she could take a lead a show all together. Malaysia didn't say nothing. She was quiet basically throughout the whole show. And Jackie, y'all, Jackie was so confusing. I'm telling you, that Jackie is a special kind of crazy. I know we keep on saying it. I feel sorry for Jackie because she still wants to be these girls' friends. She still wants to be with these girls. She still puts herself with them, you know, and they have clearly kicked her out of the group. And they kicked her off the island, remember? She is clearly not part of that group no more, and she still identifies herself with the group and with the girls. So it's kind of sad to watch, you know. And then at the same time, that when she would say how much she loves these girls and how much she cares for these girls, and then when the shit wouldn't go her way, then she'd be quick to cuss everybody out. And I was like, I thought you just said you loved them and now you cussed them out. I mean, she flipped on and off like a light switch the whole show. It just really shows how crazy Jackie really is. These are the things that I just call bullshit on. It was just a couple of things, but something that cannot go without discussion. First of all, that damn fight between Laura and Drea in the ring. Now, we all know that Laura had some, that was nothing but personal. She's trying to make it seem like that she's competitive and she didn't mean anything by it, and how everybody was in the ring and all this. And I said, now you know good and damn well that was some street fighting. I don't give a damn if it was 3, 4, 5 rounds or however many rounds they said it was. You wanted to hurt Drea. Drea was smart enough, thank goodness, to realize that, yeah, Laura did mean it. Drea had a look on her face like, no, you wanted to hurt me. And Laura did. So I was looking at that and I said, Laura, just go on and admit it. You was pissed off. You had heard that Drea said some shit. Here we go with the hearing again. But you had heard that Drea said some shit and you wanted to beat her up. And lastly, y'all, because we are all just so through with Jackie and believe that she's crazy, because she is crazy, but I still believe that those conversations happened. She's just not making up that everybody said something. What would make the story much more believable to me is if these people, if Imani and Laura and, you know, all the back and forth between the group, if they would just admit, they say, oh yeah, I did say something about Imani. Like if it was Laura saying, oh yeah, I did say something about Imani, but that's because I thought that she said something back about me. I mean, it's called a reaction, normal. Somebody talk about me, I'm gonna talk about them. That's human reaction. That's how people are. But you're gonna sit up here and tell me that Jackie is reporting to you guys all the things that somebody has said about you, and you're not gonna say nothing back? It don't compute. It's not true. Y'all said some shit, go on and admit it, but just say, because I said it because I thought you said this about me, and let the shit be done. So that's why I'm still not 100% gonna write off Jackie and her craziness. Yeah, Jackie is crazy, but I also believe that Jackie is not lying when she says that these girls said different things back and forth about each other. She was running her mouth, she was being messy, and the shit backfired on her. But yeah, like I said before, and I'll always say, I believe Jackie when she says that some shit was said. Alright, you guys, and that's it. I'm going to do a mixture video next week too, because I just have a feeling that the reunion show for Basketball Wives is not going to be worth even having a show by itself, having a video by itself. So that is it. You guys, itsrox. My channel is for itsrox. You guys make sure that you rate, subscribe, and comment, and I will get back with each and every one of you guys. And I hope that you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.